In December 1990, I collaborated with John in his capacity as a well-compensated government tourist, tasked with operating in Asian socialist nations to collect intelligence concerning American MIAs and POWs in Vietnam. It's worth noting that, in a rather light-hearted and mischievous tone, I'd often jest that I traveled with John as his trusty sidekick. However, the reality was quite the opposite. I frequently found myself rescuing him rather than the other way around. My dearest John, my Mr. Bond. I hope this letter finds you well and brings a smile to your face, just as your presence has brought into mine. It's both remarkable and beautiful how quickly we've connected that first day in Saigon. From the very first time our eyes met, I felt an inexplicable connection that has only grown stronger with each passing day. Your kindness, intelligence, and the way you effortlessly make me laugh when I don't want to have enchanted me. I'm missing you, and it is like a missing piece of the puzzle, the melody to my song that has no ending. I cherish the days we've spent together, whether it was riding a little Honda down jungle trails or fighting off bandits. When we stole their guns and rode off into the sunset like Bonnie and Clyde. Can you still see it as vividly as I do? Then came those romantic nights with wine and cheese as we watched the world revolve from our hotel window, and those stolen glances from your eyes as you watched me. You were always the most perfect gentleman, when I wanted you to be the perfect rogue, who swept me off my feet and took advantage of the damsel. I've lived an exciting life filled with adventures, and then we met and it was like a roller coaster, one breathtaking moment after another. My God, who wouldn't love those adventures we experienced? You were my Indiana Jones. Remember that night in Hue when we went to the all-night spa? Do you remember? I fell so deeply in love when we skinny dipped and then danced with our toes in the sand. I can still hear the music of Oceans Apart. Then came those nights when we slept in the van out there in no man's land. When we would have those long conversations under the stars, and again those stolen glances from the corner of your eyes. Watching you speak volumes without words, and I know you had those feelings too. I want you to know that you've touched my life in a way I never imagined possible. You've awakened feelings within me that I had long forgotten, and for that, I am eternally grateful. With you, I feel safe, cherished, and incredibly loved. Even though you never told me you loved me, our lips did meet and you made me feel as if it was my first kiss. I have no right to ask you for your every day and night. There is someone else in your life, and you have 3 children. I hope to see you again when your heart dances to the same beat as mine. Until we meet again, know that you are always in my thoughts and that I eagerly await the next moment when our paths cross. With all my affection, with all my love. I'll always love you. Happy birthday, my Mr. Bond. Janet. I wrote this letter to you in the Philippines after our adventure on January 14, 1991. Dear Mr. Bond, known as John Michael in another life, it warms my heart to reunite with you after nearly 3 decades. The feeling is akin to a refreshing breath of air after enduring incarceration in a communist prison. I wish to extend my gratitude once more for our petite escapade in the Canton jungles on horseback. While we may no longer serve Her Majesty's Secret Service or your esteemed CIA, we managed to inject some mirth into our roles as Natasha and the fearless leader. It was incredibly enjoyable, and you, my friend, possess a unique talent for extracting amusement from the most grave and perilous situations. I dare say, we could mount stage productions that would draw a full house with our amusing antics. Be good, take care, and love you always. Janet.